You close the door. You hear that sound. Your Cane Corso whining from the other side. Your chest tightens. You tell yourself they'll be fine. But what if they're not? What if those first few seconds after you leave are the worst moments of their entire day? Science now reveals something heartbreaking. Your Corso doesn't just miss you. They experience your absence in ways that fundamentally change their brain chemistry. Want to know exactly what's happening behind that door? Let's count it down. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. The door closes. The moment that latch clicks, your Cane Corso's world physically shrinks. Studies on canine cognition show that dogs experience a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone, within seconds of their owner leaving. Your Corso doesn't understand, "I'll be back in 20 minutes." They don't understand time the way you do. What they understand is that their person, the center of their universe, just vanished. And their ancient guardian brain cannot tell the difference between a temporary departure and a permanent loss. That whine you hear? That's not sadness. That's alarm. Their most critical attachment figure just disappeared, and every instinct they possess is screaming at them to fix it. Number 9. They smell you leaving. Your Cane Corso's nose is roughly 100,000 times more sensitive than yours. Long before you grab your keys or put on your coat, they already know you're leaving. They've been reading your scent chemistry shifting as your stress hormones subtly change during your departure routine. Your cortisol increases, your adrenaline shifts, your perspiration pattern alters. Your Corso reads all of it like a living newspaper headline. Human leaving, human stressed about leaving. That's why they start following you more closely before you even reach the door. They're not being clingy. They're responding to chemical signals you didn't even know you were broadcasting. Number 8. The window watch. Within minutes of you leaving, most Cane Corsos position themselves at a window or door where they last saw you. This isn't random, it's strategic. Your Corso's guardian DNA programs them to maintain visual surveillance on their territory and their missing person. They'll alternate between watching and patrolling, checking every room, then returning to their post. Researchers studying separation behavior found that guardian breeds like the Corso maintain this patrol cycle far longer than other breeds, sometimes for hours. They're not being anxious, they're working. In their mind, you are lost, and they are the search party waiting for you to reappear on the horizon. Number 7. Your scent calms them. Here's something that will break your heart. After you leave, your Corso will seek out objects that smell like you. Your shoes, your pillow, that sweatshirt you left on the chair. Behavioral research confirms that dogs separated from their owners show measurably lower stress levels when surrounded by their owner's scent. Your smell literally regulates their nervous system. Without it, their heart rate stays elevated, their breathing remains shallow, and their cortisol stays dangerously high. That's why your Corso sleeps on your bed when you're gone. They're not being disobedient. They're self-medicating with your scent because it's the only thing that tells their primitive brain everything might still be okay. Number 6. Boredom becomes destruction. Cane Corsos were bred to work. Not for an hour, not for 2 hours. All day, every day. When you leave a working dog with nothing to do, their brain doesn't rest. It malfunctions. Without a job, their pent-up mental energy redirects into destructive behavior. Chewed furniture, shredded pillows, clawed doors. Owners come home furious, not realizing their dog wasn't acting out of spite. They were having a neurological emergency. The American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals confirms that destructive behavior in guardian breeds correlates directly with insufficient mental stimulation. Your Corso doesn't need punishment. They need a purpose. Leave them puzzle feeders, snuffle mats, or frozen Kong toys. Give their working brain something to process. Number 5. They hear your car. Your Corso can distinguish the sound of your specific car engine from hundreds of feet away, through walls, amid traffic noise. Their hearing range reaches frequencies you cannot even perceive. Long before you pull into the driveway, your Corso knows you're coming. They've memorized your engine's acoustic signature, the particular rumble, the way your brakes squeak, the rhythm of your approach. This is why your Corso is always waiting at the door before you even turn the key. They're not psychic. They have audio processing capabilities that make human hearing look primitive. And every single day, they listen for that sound like their life depends on it. Number 4. The time distortion. Here's the cruelest part. Your Cane Corso has almost no concept of time duration. Research from Lund University showed that dogs respond differently to their owners being gone for 30 minutes versus 2 hours, but they cannot meaningfully distinguish between 2 hours and 4 hours. Everything beyond a certain threshold just feels like forever. That quick trip to the grocery store? It feels roughly the same as your entire workday. Your Corso doesn't comfort themselves thinking, they always come back. They live in an eternal present where your absence could be permanent, and your return is always a miracle they didn't dare count on. Number 3. They guard your return. When you're gone, your Corso doesn't stop protecting your home. They escalate. Every sound outside becomes a potential threat to the territory you left behind. Every footstep on the porch gets evaluated through the lens of guardian DNA that has been sharpened over thousands of years. The mail carrier, the neighbor, the squirrel, all potential intruders approaching the space you both share. And here's what most owners miss. Your Corso doesn't just guard the house from intruders, they guard it for you. They are preserving your shared territory intact. So when you return, everything is exactly as you left it. That's not duty. That's devotion, encoded at the genetic level. Number 2. The emotional collapse. For Corsos with severe separation anxiety, the experience goes far beyond missing you. It becomes a full neurological crisis. Their heart rate can exceed 150 beats per minute. Their body temperature rises. They pant excessively, pace relentlessly, and some self-mutilate, chewing their own paws until they bleed. A University of Lincoln study used MRI imaging to show that dogs with separation anxiety display brain activity patterns nearly identical to humans experiencing panic attacks. Your Corso isn't being dramatic. They are experiencing genuine terror. Terror that the most important creature in their world has abandoned them and may never return. Number 1. They forgive instantly. And this is the part that destroys me. After everything, the panic, the pacing, the hours of waiting, the cortisol flooding their system, when you finally walk through that door, your Cane Corso forgives you instantly. No resentment, no grudge, no cold shoulder, just explosive, uncontrollable joy that you exist and you came back. They don't question why you left. They don't calculate how long you were gone. They celebrate your return like it's the most important event that has ever happened. And it is, to them, every single time. That's not training. That's not habit. That's love in its purest, most unconditional form. And you are the luckiest person alive to receive it. So the next time you grab your keys and see those big brown eyes watching you, remember this. You're not just leaving a house. You're leaving the center of someone's entire world. The good news? Small changes make a massive difference. Puzzle toys, departure routines, leaving worn clothing in their bed. These aren't tricks. They're lifelines for a dog who loves you more than they can handle. I want to hear from you. What does your Cane Corso do when you leave? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Subscribe if this hit you in the heart, and I'll see you in the next video.